Hey guys, welcome to the first Let's Play on my channel. Being that it is the first Let's Play, I really wanted to do a game I was familiar with, so I decided on Dragon Age Origins. In the future, I'll probably do blind Let's Plays on top of Let's Plays of older games.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright. I'm a girl. I usually always go with human. I don't know why. I suppose I like their stat build up better. Rogue. They only have one option. Now, do I want to actually rename this person? Probably not.
Greetings.
Okay. I'm gonna cut this all out just so I'm not wasting time, so I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, now we're back to the important parts. So I'm setting up a rogue, so what I want to do is mostly dexterity, cunning, I'm not sure whether it's better or not to put points in willpower or constitution. For now, I'll just put one in constitution, because who doesn't like help? I tend to play the more passive role in video games, so coercion. I'm terrible at pronouncing big long words, I'm sorry. Uh deft hands, definitely for lockpicking. I'm not much of a stealth player. I'm a big archer though. Experience fighting in tight quarters, has to be taught the archer to fire without interruption even being attacked. This gets pretty important when fighting melee characters. I'm gonna play on normal. I usually play on casual just because I'm more in the game for the story.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, but we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
Alright, as you can tell when people talking, I'm gonna try and shut up as much as I can. Let's be
Oh no, I
courteous to
left
this
them in
guy.
Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
Okay.
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt she'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce girl has her own mind these days. Make her bless her heart.
Quite talented, I'm sure. One to watch.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Okay, I'm sorry I haven't been doing this before. It didn't cross my mind, but I should probably be reading the option I picked so you guys don't have to pause or attempt to read it really quick. They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
I think I rather like that idea.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Alright, since I've played this game so many times, I'm gonna try and be as explorative as possible instead of just going straight to where the mission wants me to go. That way I can maybe, if you guys really want me to pick up codexes and stuff like that, I'll scroll through them so you guys can read them. This is actually a pretty big place for the openings. I would say it's probably the biggest one out of the 6 main starting stories.
I am done.
Oh boy. I just realized I didn't pick her voice, so God knows what she actually is. As long as she's not in the violent option, I'm pretty good. The graphics aren't too bad for how long ago this game came out.
Good evening, my lady.
Oh my god, are they all gonna say hi to me?
It is over.
Oh, thank God. I knew I put my skill point in deft hands for a reason. If you don't know with this game, if something's sparkly, it means you can interact with it. Half of the crafting ingredients I get, I'm probably not going to worry too much about because I'm not too big in the crafting. Is that where I came from? Alright. It's also going to take me a while to get good at filling in silence as far as being good at doing Let's Play commentaries.
Oh, my lady, we were just,
Playing cards.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry about it, I won't say anything.
We appreciate that, my lady. Thank you.
I'll be
Impossible.
nice. Oh, well. I haven't played this game in so long that I, can't quite remember what's all around here. I don't really want to miss anything.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was my cook.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Alright, I'm not gonna go directly to where he wants me to go because that's no fun.
Hello, my dear girl. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
It's alright, it is boring.
I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson.
I'm a bit old for lessons, I think.
Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellect.
Very well.
Wonderful. Oh, the Coastland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
The founding of the line sounds like an important
Records
thing
are
to start
vague.
with.
But the Coastlands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
During the Lycrantham plagues.
Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Coastland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
We predate the kingdom we predate the founding of the kingdom. I am sorry for my crappy reading.
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
Your lecturing does lead to yawning.
A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Coastland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
And Callan had let us keep the tournure? I forgot how to pronounce that word.
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Tell about our relationship with Arlhow, because this is important.
The history between the Coastlands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Go on.
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
But my father and Arlhow are old friends.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all this. Ask myself all this. Why do you do this?
Alright. We'll grab all of these quick. Oh, she would automatically open them. Is he sleeping? Oh, yes, he is. He is. These kids are watching him sleep too. It's awkward. At the end of the episode, I'll open up all the codexes so you can pause and read them if you really want to. I'm not a big fan of all of the reading, unless it's something that's actually really important to the story. I think if I go that way, she's going to tell me to go back to the dog. It's such a big room, you'd think there'd be something in there. I probably missed something and someone's going to tell me in the comments, and then I'm just not going to go back for it.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
All of these seem kind of mean. But I guess I should do this one. I'm sorry he's bothering you.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Let me see if I can equip a bow here.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
I'll go with the stereotypically, are you trying to tell me something?
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Okay, as it goes with every time I play this game, I'm naming the dog after my boyfriend. 'Cause why not?
Look out! It is begun.
Okay, for those who don't know, this game's combat is very strategy based, which also means it's very slow paced.
It shall be done.
It's not for everyone.
It is begun.
Quite frankly,
As you say.
I don't like it all that much. It's just something I have to go through to get to the rest of the story.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Certainly looks that way.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
He's not so bad, Nan, just being a dog.
Look at him now. Snuck into my larder once again and makes off like a free thief, he does.
Oh, mistress, there are rats in the larder. Big ones.
Oh, looks like the dog killed them.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Alright. I feel like I was gonna say something, but now it just totally slipped my mind.
The task is finished.
I feel like there's supposed to be... I know there's a library around here somewhere with an interaction in it, but I don't know where it is because this place is so big. If you guys would rather me just stay quiet and stay paused on the dialogue options, or have me read them, tell me in the comments, and I will respond accordingly. I know my reading isn't the best in the world. I guess I'm just not going to go to the library because I can't find it. And now I'm lost in general.
Good evening, my lady.
Here it is.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes, Mother. Nan is back to work as we speak.
You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet, either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
You would think that it would make it easier to make a match for her, not more difficult.
Perhaps your daughter simply has a mind of her own, your ladyship. You should be proud.
Proud doesn't get me any more grandchildren.
You're aware we're at war.
Aware that my husband and son are about to ride off to battle and perhaps never return? Quite.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship.
Alright, I'm not gonna talk to my mom because I can't stand her, honestly.
Finished.
So, what I don't get is why there's so many deep mushrooms around. I feel like that's the only thing I've been picking up lately.
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Think again.
Yep. Okay, this is the one I don't need to go to first. And there's nothing in here.
No, I cannot.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
No darkspawn could harm Fergus.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
I wish I could go with you.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea.
Did you think there's a Grey Warden in the castle?
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
He says he's recruiting.
Oh? If I were a Grey Warden, little sister, I'd have my eye on you. Not that Father would ever allow it.
Bring a message. Father wants to leave without him.
Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead. So little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
You could have delivered the message yourself, Father.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, Mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
You'll need more protecting than her.
I agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Okay, I think this is a good place to stop the episode. Or not. What's wrong, boys? Someone out there?
My lady, help me! The castle is under attack!
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I didn't think the cutscene would trigger right away, but I guess it did, so I might as well fight off these people.
It shall be done.
Blighted little thief. You'll bleed for this.
It is begun, as you say.
No quarter shall be given.
Just a second, I will be ending the episode, and I'll be going through all the codexes. We got the new ones at least to scroll through in case people want to read those. I'll always put them at the end of the episodes so that people can decide whether they want to watch that or not. Constructive.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
I'm fine. What's going on?
A scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's men. Why would they attack us?
He's betrayed father. He attacks while our troops are gone.
You don't think Hal's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, I haven't. I was in my room.
We must find him.
Sounds like the battle's downstairs.
We must fight our way to him. Your father needs us both. I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Alright, I think I can finally end the episode here. Just to let you guys know, every time I'm switching out equipment, I'll probably do it off screen every episode to avoid that annoyingness, because sometimes you can gather up a bunch of crap each episode length. So yeah, constructive criticism is appreciated. Keep in mind this is my first video that I'm putting up here, and I'm naturally socially awkward, so I guess I'll see you guys next episode. You can just pause and read the text. I'm not about to kill you with my terrible reading skills. Ah. Don't suppose you guys need to know the controls. Alright, and this ends the reading portion. I'll see you guys next time.